Hello all, welcome to Sand Compounding. This is Sandeep Anand. Today's session I'm going to explain about fintech and digital banking, especially with focus on Europe. If there is one economy where fintech and digital banking is pervasive and leading the way, that is European continent. There are so many unicorns, fintech unicorns, which have been created in last 4 to 5 years, and there is a reason underlying to this. It's with the Payment Service Directive or PSD. Europe made a mandate for banks to open up to the third-party vendors to release data of customers, and open API became a very important concept, and that kind of revolutionized and paved way for many new fintechs that arose in the last 5-6 years in Europe. And Europe and Asia are leading the way than America in fintech and digital banking. It's a more openness that has created this trend, and we will see what are those unicorns in Europe. Those are paving way to be large fintech or digital banks, and let's analyze more in detail. So, digital banking ecosystem in Europe at the outset, this looks like a leading indicator to the future of banking in Europe. Not only Europe, it would span across the globe. Now we know that PSD2, that is Payment Service Directive 2, heralds a new era of openness in European banking, where banks are supposed to be providing access to account information and payment initiation to third parties or fintechs. Now, Europe and Asia are way ahead in digital banks and fintechs themes, especially in countries like UK, China, India, and Brazil. Emerging nations are really leapfrogging the physical banking to digital banking, which is obviously the digital banking is less cost of operations for banks due to the absence of branches and lean operating model that enables them to scale faster with APIs, and any service becomes just API through technology advancements. And how to play the digital banking explosion in Europe and globally for the next decade or even future to come, from an investment standpoint, is to look at the business like MasterCard. MasterCard, although expensive valuation, which makes me worry, but the prospects are really high for them considering the aggressive growth strategy of the management, capitalizing every digital opportunity across the globe. You take whichever digital bank or fintech, MasterCard has partnered there. We might not get a huge multi-bagger given the sheer size and market cap that MasterCard is currently valuing at, but the one way of playing the future digital banks and fintech theme is looking at MasterCard kind of businesses. Because there's another reason, because none of the fintech players or digital banks are today listed in any of the exchanges. So now let's analyze 5 such digital banks or so-called challengers in Europe that's disrupting the concept of physical branch-oriented banking services. The first one is Monzo. Monzo is a digital disruptor in banking systems, and they provide a digital mobile-only bank service through just an app in mobile with no physical locations or branches. Interesting, right? Now they provide standard current account in partnership with MasterCard, leveraging their contactless technologies. Monzo helps customers save into their accounts called pods with no interest though. Monzo recently became a unicorn, which is valued at currently $1.3 billion. It is one of the top fastest growing digital bank in Europe with around 1.5 million users. Then the next one is a German-based bank called N26. N26 Mobile Bank provides again free account for customers and that can be managed completely through mobile channels. N26 offers its services throughout most of the Europe. It's not only, although it's German based, they are spreading to Europe, US, and now entering Brazil. Customers can open an N26 account directly from phone in 5 minutes and experience banking with no hidden fees or minimum balance hassles. They also have partnership with MasterCard for digital accounts. Spaces is the N26 feature that lets customers create sub-accounts for organizing finances or putting money aside in real time to reach saving goals. So they're not only providing the current and basic accounts, they are also providing savings options and investment options with huge ventures like Tencent, Peter Thiel's Valor, Allianz. The current valuation, they are all backing this N26 bank. The current valuation of N26 is around $2.7 billion, almost 2 times of Monzo. They are making it the most valuable digital bank, mobile bank in Europe. Both are not listed as of date. The third bank is Starling Bank, which is another digital bank offering personal and business current accounts. They are also providing business current accounts, please note that, and providing other financial services like lending, real-time payments, savings through current account with some interest benefits, money transfer, etc. So this is another important point to note. They are offering a gamut of financial services in addition to the just current and savings account. So once the customers are onboarded, there is an option to increase the adjunct services that are provided to the customers, and similar is the case for the business merchants. I mean, once they are onboarded, they can start lending and provide settlement for payments and money transfer, etc. Starling Bank was voted the best British bank. It's Britain based and current account in 2019. Like other digital banks, there is no additional monthly fee, account opening balances, and also they don't have any physical branches. Now that's another interesting trend that's appearing. Now this removes this dependency on going to physical branches for customers to open account, do the paperwork. All those are gotten rid of. I mean, there is no need of paperwork or minimum balances and such kind of hassles. It's pretty hassle free, very streamlined, ease of opening accounts and managing accounts just through an app, and that's so powerful. And if they're able to do all services through that, why to even go and take the headache of visiting branches? This is another challenger bank and has around 460,000 personal current accounts and 30,000 SME accounts, and is a fast growing digital bank. They are also well partnered with MasterCard, leveraging its contactless technology. Next is Atom Bank. Atom Bank is a digital bank and challenger bank. They provide banking services through their mobile app and has no branch outlets to serve customers. Again, this is the UK's first bank that built exclusively for mobile. It's a digital bank. Atom Bank also offers savings accounts and mortgages other than just current accounts. This is what I was telling. The expansion strategy is pretty good. Once the basic services are provided, customers are on board, they scale into and they spread into the other areas of business like mortgages, business capital loans, etc. And then they're just like, unlike their peers, Starling, N26 and Monzo, they are offering other services like mortgages. They also provide small business loans, which is another new area of growth, valued at $500 million roughly. It's one of the fastest growing digital bank in Europe. Atom Bank is backed by leading BBVA bank in Europe. Now, another trend to note is that the physical banks and the leading banks in Europe and US are also partnering with these banks, digital banks, in providing some of the services, and they are partnering or they are investing in these banks so that they don't get wiped out in the future. Now, the last one in the context is Tandem Bank, which is another UK based digital bank with focus on mobile banking. The Challenger Bank, founded by Ricky Knox, has launched multiple cards in partnership with MasterCard again, and basically is targeting the crowd who are unable to avail credit cards. It's targeting the unbanked population who cannot avail the credit cards rather. So this digital bank has 500,000 users on its platform and is currently valued at $1 billion again. All 5 are almost unicorns. That is something interesting to note. All 5 what we discussed, and there are many other. I mean, there could be another 5 to 10 which are becoming big. So these are based on my analysis on which are becoming almost like a unicorn and digital banking, and they are disrupting the physical banking space, and this is something to be noted from an investment standpoint. Look at which are the banks that are investing in such digital banks, which are investing and partnering with such fintech players, and look at associations like MasterCard and Visa who are partnering with such banks, because these are already incumbent players who have huge scale and network and huge amount of customers on board. So it's easy for them to expand by partnering with these digital banks and providing access for those customers. So cross-selling becomes easy. Hope this was useful to understand the fast arrival of digital banking space, and with 5G and mobile penetration, this is going to be even more prevalent. So something to watch out for. Thank you.